heard your cries, Guggen Nation, but too much of a good thing is bad for your health. So we're only doing this once a week. Buckle up, baby. It's time for E.T.N. Brought to you by All Pro Roofing on 1010XL.
All right, here we go. Big winner last week.
Jim Nantz would introduce him like this. There's no doubting this, Thomas.
Oh.
Today's guest.
Hey,
judge.
what's up, Thomas?
Good morning, guys.
Hello, Thomas.
Is there any chance
Good morning, Jeff. How you doing?
I'm good, buddy.
Any chance this is Chris Thomas?
No, sir.
No.
You're talking to the golf cart builder, Thomas. No,
Golf
Chris.
cart builder Thomas. All right,
Like
all
it.
right.
Thomas, any chance you're the lost Exum brother?
Just an everyman.
Is your last name Exum by any chance?
Better not be. No.
No, I'm sorry.
No, good. No, don't be sorry. Be glad.
Are you a
Fiendish family.
Are
that
you a
is.
baseball fan by any chance?
Can we
Thomas?
just get to the questions? I mean, stop giving
Oh,
the
yeah.
guy.
Love me some round ball. Yes, sir. Love them baseball players.
Okay, all right.
Third degree for Thomas. I mean,
Oh,
who's
you
on
asked
trial
questions
here?
too. I throwing a few out there. I'm ready to play. Let's go.
Round one.
Round one, guys. Last night, Monday Night Football, the Seahawks handled by the Saints, 13-10. That
Yes.
sets up Sunday as the Jags head in there, a 3.5-point underdog. So exactly what kind of chance are you giving the Jags Sunday in Seattle?
I give the Jags a shot. Listen, they're playing. You know, the Jags lost to Cincinnati, who's really good, and they were leading Arizona 19-10 with 3 minutes to go in the third period of that game. They're undefeated, and then they beat the Dolphins. Jacksonville's playing better football, and that's because of Trevor Lawrence and how he's played. So, you know what? We do on television a breakdown of position versus position battle, and when you compare the quarterbacks this weekend, I give a big check mark to Jacksonville's side. Trevor Lawrence is a better football player right now, a better quarterback than Geno. So going into Seattle, and the 12th man is strong, but the 12th man, I don't care where you are. When you're 2-5, the 12th man becomes more like the 11.3 man. Okay, he's not quite as 12.0 anymore. So yeah, the Jacks have a shot out there.
I would take it further than a shot coming off a win. And let's not forget, they beat the Titans, and the refs just cheated us. They screwed us out of a victory. They stole my voice. That's all you need to know. And this is the Seahawks in name only. If you do not have Russell Wilson, you are not the Seattle Seahawks. They're a plodding, unexplosive, Geno Smith-led offense. The Jags are coming off a bye week. You know, there was a guy when the season started, projected wins and losses for the whole season. And he only had the Jags winning like 3 or 4. And one of the wins was at Seattle. And I think the guy might be like some sort of time traveler, and he knew Russell Wilson would be out.
Winner, Jeff.
Round two.
Round two, guys.
We're setting ourselves up for disaster on Sunday, by the way.
Round two.
Belief is a dangerous thing around here. Yeah,
It happens.
that's fair.
Round two, guys. As you mentioned, the World Series begins tonight. I'm not going to ask you to make a prediction because we know how Jeff feels.
Braves in 2.
Braves in 4. Lock it up. But the gang at ESPN, guys, ranked the players top to bottom. And according to ESPN, 6 of the top 10 players in this series are Atlanta Braves.
Yes.
Do you agree with that estimate that at least top-heavy-wise, the Braves might be more loaded?
Well, look, I'm going to be honest. I haven't seen a lot of the Houston Astros. I know what they are in name and statistical value. They look like a very valid team. These two teams look real similar to me, and I looked at those rankings, and where the reason that the Braves have 6 of the 10 and 14 of the top 24 is the pitching. Well, they have Charlie Morton, and he was way too high on that list. Now, I can quibble with where they ranked my Braves players, and I think they got them a little bit wrong. So, ultimately, could there be some differences, overall in the rankings? Yeah, perhaps. But I do find it interesting. Vegas usually has a better handle on these things than some dude that makes a list. And Vegas has the Astros as a significant favorite, and that's actually gone up a little bit. And if the Braves,
Well, that's only because of Mattress Mac.
is that what it is? If the Braves have 14 of the top 24, that bodes well. I will say that.
Mattress Mac put down about $10 million on the
saw that.
Astros and kind of shifted the odds a little bit. Here's the one thing that, again, we're National League guys, so we don't follow the American League that well. And when we think of the Astros, we think of the guys who've been around there, Altuve and Correa and Verlander, who's not pitching right now, and Bregman and those guys. But there's a couple other did-you-knows with the Astros that give them, I think, a chance, although I think it's a very even series.
Yeah, I do too.
Very even series. But, did you know the American League batting champion plays for Houston?
Yeah, Gurriel.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of people probably would know that. Did you know
Craig Biggio. Right.
how good this Alvarez kid is?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so
CS
those
MVP.
are a couple new guys. And then also the guy we always followed because he went to Florida, then he played for the Braves for a while, Preston Tucker.
Yeah.
Baby brother's pretty doggone good, too. That's Kyle Tucker.
And they also have a great closer, a better closer.
Anyway, so I think it's very even, man. So 6 out of 10, I'm not going to quibble with. Could be 5 out of 10, but it's pretty split down the middle, in my opinion.
Don't go against Vegas. Winner Dan.
Round 3.
Round 3, guys. Last night, the Manning Bros were back at it, and they had their longtime rival join them, Tom Brady. Of course, part of the discussion revolved around the compensation for Brady's 600th touchdown ball, which seems to have been resolved now.
Yeah.
The guy who caught the ball and immediately gave it back, and then, like Burgundy in the Bear Pit, immediately regretted that decision, is going to get some merch, some gear, some autographed gear, some season tickets, and a Bitcoin, which is about 63 grand. So fair, or did he get taken to the woodshed?
It's a really good question. And I know it's a really easy answer to sit there and say, I'm not giving that ball back. Let me tell you something. You're right there in the front row. You got the Bucs employee all over you. You got the fans screaming at you. You're under huge pressure. Now, you have every right to hold on to that football. But I'm saying it's going to take big cojones. But I will say this. Because the ball was estimated to be worth anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million, listen, if you're a big sports fan, a Bucs fan, that's a pretty good haul. And a little bonus of 63 grand ain't bad either for being the guy who basically won the lottery. You got handed a dadgum football from Mike Evans, and you're not even a kid. You're a grown man. So I think it's fair. Listen, I do. You're giving me tickets for the next 2 years. You're giving me, the only other thing I would have liked is, can I get a picture with Tom? That would probably be the last thing that I would shoot for. But, I mean, yes, definitely more than fair, in my opinion.
You know what I took out of this whole thing? Was how mainstream this cryptocurrency has become, and the fact that when he got one Bitcoin, I knew that was about $60,000. That's what I took out of all this. Yeah, he did absolutely fine. I mean, the dude got a lot of money. He got a lot of memorabilia. I was railing yesterday about giving it away for nothing, to trade it for just some practice football. No way. And so I give the Bucs more credit maybe than you did just there from this standpoint. At that point, they had the ball. I mean, their own volition is going and adding all this other stuff on top. And good on Brady and the Bucs for doing it.
Winner Dan.
Round 3.
I want a picture too.
Sorry.
Round 4.
Picture, a hug, something.
It's a pick. I don't need a round of golf. Someone's like, get a round of golf. If I'm Brady, I'm like, come on, man.
I don't know, dude. I would rather have that than the Mike Evans cleats.
Yeah, I don't need the cleats.
Yeah. And that's, by the way, where you get your picture.
Yeah.
I think you can probably get the picture.
Probably get it.
Yeah.
But it's still.
He may have got one the other
Like I
day,
said,
in fact.
The difference maker is the 60 grand.
Yeah, that's a good little haul. And by the way, you leave that Bitcoin in there, it's liable to be worth 100 here in about 6 months.
Or $10.
Or nothing.
Yeah, I don't. That was not a financial recommendation. I'm just saying how much that thing fluctuates.
Let me call the boys at ITP Partners for you real quick. Yes.
Yesterday, maybe it was yesterday. Might have been a day
I don't
before.
live in yesterday's friend. Oh, wait.
Yesterday.
Carson Palmer may have, said more than he intended to. When he was talking with Dan Patrick, and flat out said that Mike Tomlin is a candidate at SC if he wants to leave Pittsburgh. Do you think realistically that Mike Tomlin would leave Pittsburgh and the NFL for USC or another marquee college job?
I'm going to give you the same answer. Eventually, I'll be wrong on this answer, but right now, this answer is undefeated. I'm going to say it. Again, I'm going to repeat it. I think the last time we used this argument was when Billy Donovan was going to go to Duke or North Carolina. Successful professional coaches do not leave a current successful situation to go coach college. They don't do it in football. They don't do it in basketball. They don't do it in baseball. They just don't do it. There is a pecking order, a hierarchy of success. And professional success and the hierarchy of professional football is way above that of college football. And I don't fancy Mike Tomlin being a cash guy. I fancy him being someone who appreciates the opportunity the Roonies gave him, who has been a good steward of that Pittsburgh franchise for a lot of years. And so unless the Pittsburgh Steelers fire Mike Tomlin, as to the whims of the fan base can be, I don't that's pie in the sky for USC to think they're getting a Super Bowl winning coach.
I will say this, though. Hey, listen, a job can get stale. And Mike Tomlin knows he's underappreciated in Pittsburgh. And you know what? You put the blinders on, you go to work, but you hear, you read, you know what's going on. And so at some point, maybe it does get old. And listen, the Steelers are in an unbelievably tough division. They're headed for what looks to be a rebuild. They have arguably the worst quarterback in the division. And unless they know they're going to get Aaron Rodgers next year, they're in for a little bit of a tough times ahead. They're in for a little bit of 9 and 8s and 8 and 9s and 7 and 10s ahead. So why not go to SC and just rule the college football West? Thomas?
Winner, Jeff. Loyalty's everything with the Rooney.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of the SC job,
Yes.
we go about 2.5 hours to the east,
Yes.
where one of the hottest names in college coaching in the last few years, James Franklin at Penn State, yesterday abruptly changed agents and hired college football coaching super agent Jimmy Sexton, which prompted many to speculate that he gone. Do you agree?
I think he changed because he needs help if he want to be gone. James Franklin is a name that is always thrown around, but it's thrown around by the media. If I'm USC, if I'm Thomas, if I'm anyone, do I want to hire the coach who couldn't in 9 tries give me a 2-point play to beat a team that's not as good as me? 9 plays, Jimmy. I need 1 2-point conversion. Let me tell you what they're saying in Happy Valley. Take your happy rear end to USC. We're ready for somebody else. We don't beat the Ohio States. We want to beat the Ohio States. Jimmy Franklin has done a good job there, but he hasn't done a great job. I don't want to go to the tax slayer when I'm at Penn State. I don't want to go to the citrus when I'm at Penn State. I want to be I want to be playing for the national championship. So listen, maybe James Franklin changed agents so he could get a spin job over why he couldn't come up with just 1 play to get me 3 yards.
No, James Franklin, now that makes total sense at USC. If you're USC, you haven't had a coach worth a flip. You've just gone through one after the other, and now you've got a guy who has first built Vanderbilt into a team that regularly was 3rd or 4th best in the SEC East, and he's gone off to Penn State, and through a COVID year and through what has been a very good conference, they've had that Ohio State behemoth sitting there on the other side. Penn State has been relevant, and look, I'll give you another reason why, if you're USC, you hire James Franklin. Take a look at this year's recruiting rankings so far, and you'll find a Penn State up there in the top 5, someplace that others, including someone a little south of us, refuses to enter.
Hey, I'm sorry, but if you can't beat Ohio State, I don't know why I want to hire you. Winner Dan.
Yeah!
So excited.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you.
Another addition to the wheel.
I'm back, baby.
Thomas, I know your last name is Exum. I know the
Fireball
lie.
up.
I know it's a
Jeff,
lie.
you want some?
Let's
Let's start the party this weekend. Come on.
I'm already partying. You can't
Let's
bring
go.
me down, friend. You can't
Let's
bring me down.
go.
I've won the important things. The 5-packs, the Braves dime bet,
This is huge.
the NLCS.
That's where it starts.
I'm a winner.
Thank you, Thomas.
I carry myself as a winner.
Everybody
as I go down
with me
and
now.
get some more coffee.
Fireball. Woo! Oh, that's a stinger, B.
Good to be back.
Woo!